For us, Game of Thrones has been a really iconic thing to be involved in, and I think it's really core work to what we are as a creature and character animation centric visual effects house.
The main sequence that we worked on was in episode 4, the Loot Train Attack. It involved work from both Image Engine, providing all the dragon work, and one of our partners, Allura, putting all of the digital double extensions and soldiers on the ground. And in many cases, working in the same shots at the same time.
It was very clear that this was going to be a sequence that featured Drogon in all his capacity. That was the thing that we focused on trying to achieve down to the smallest of details and trying to make sure that he felt absolutely like a living, breathing creature that was in situ and acting during that performance.
Nuke is ubiquitous to every visual effects studio, so we could speak a common language with Allura, and that we were basically almost one pipeline.
One of the biggest challenges with dividing the work this way was we had to make sure that everything that was created was in the correct world space between both studios. Yeah, Nuke's 3D environment is essential now.
One of the great things about working entirely in a 3D composite is that it allows Allura and Image Engine to work hand in hand without any confusion where anything is occurring in depth. We were sending them our entire comp script for the dragon, which was pre-comped to the background plate. We'd also provide them a cache, and that cache file would allow them to cast shadows on the dragon or have the dragon cast a shadow on their elements. And in the case of flying through a column of smoke, have our dragon affect the simulation of their column of smoke.
Developing those composites in a three-dimensional sense is core. And without those three-dimensional tools, it would be vastly more difficult.
All compers either do know how to use Nuke or should know how to use Nuke. When you're close up on Daenerys flying on Drogon's back, and there are particles flying by and wisps of cloud whipping past her, that's all done in Nuke.
We ended up creating a sky environment based off of plates that the client shot, as well as using Nuke's 3D particle system.
It's a core way that we can bring things like smoke, embers, dust, affecting and interacting with a character, creating realism. But I think it's something special when you can bring a creature like Drogon to life in the way that we did, and it has such a overwhelming impact on the narrative at that moment.
To see the great work that the animators at Image Engine did, as well as how it combined with the background work that Allura put together, we were actually part of something very special. You can't recreate this.